Everyone, welcome to another edition of Independent Artists Unite Song Series. Super excited, super international show coming today from Finland. Victor from Violence Against Man. Welcome, Victor.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Your first time on the show, and this is your debut single we're going to talk about, right?
Um,
Is this your
I mean,
debut
I had
single?
some, no, I had some stuff I released myself
Okay.
independently before, but this is my first release on Polypil Records.
Okay. And is this your first release as Violence Against Man, or you had stuff as Violence Against Man?
No, I have stuff under that name
Okay,
already
okay,
up here.
okay. All right, but this is your okay. And today we're going to talk about Drown in the Night, which I've
Yes,
really been enjoying. Um, I'm like trying to pinpoint what it is about this track that's like is both modern and yet nostalgic, for someone of my age, it's a bit like, well, as you addressed in your bio, the modern stuff is like the kind of more of the dance elements, but it's something about the kind of the minimalistic approach with the synthesizers and stuff and melodies and the really great melody actually that like reminds me of like early post-punk stuff, like I guess like what were some of your influences? I want to say it reminds me of Joy Division, except part of Joy Division was kind of a charming lack of high fidelity, but
yeah,
this is very high fidelity, but yeah, I think it's like part of the kind of minimal elements, but then also the when it comes into the like hook of the chorus with your vocal kind of doubling what the bass does, and that really is like super effective, but I really like it. But
yeah,
tell me where your influences are, because I'm curious.
yeah. So obviously with the beat, I always try to keep it very techno-esque because I love techno, four to the floor. I want to keep it danceable.
Hmm.
Like if I can't dance to my own songs, then I fail and I can't release it. But from the instrumentation and I guess even the production, like I don't like how a lot of modern stuff is very overproduced.
Mm.
So obviously I'm trying to do good with the production, but not make it like too polished. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting
it's
that
very
you
like clean sounding. Yeah, very like
mm,
clean, and you can pick out everything very cleanly. So I really like that. Yeah,
yeah, you're telling me I did a good job on the mix, so
yeah, you did a good
thanks.
job.
But it's funny you mentioned Joy Division because maybe not so much Joy Division, but New Order was certainly a big influence
Mm.
from like the I was like obsessed with them for a while and a lot of like 80s synth pop, but also like Pet Shop Boys and some more obscure stuff like Techniques Berlin
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like
Maybe it
that.
is a
If
bit.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. But maybe it is Pet Shop Boys that I'm thinking of actually. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Could
It's
be, yeah. Like
interesting. Yeah.
Pet Shop Boys have some pretty dark stuff that most people don't know about, but
Mm.
I think I like when they went in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess I'm like trying to do a bit of a build a bridge between the 80s and like newer dance music and
yeah.
always some post punk, some dark influences, like goth adjacent, I'd say.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good description. It's like a mix of various influences, and this is what turned out to yeah what it turned out to in the end.
And what was tell me about the kind of the beginnings of this project in relation to like did you always do music like growing up, or is, kind of tell me a little bit about your musical past leading up to Violence Against Man. Like first of all, where are you from originally? Is it Austria or
I'm still living in Austria and just
are you,
here for like a week, but
okay,
uh,
okay.
broadcasting from a cabin in the woods
In
somewhere in
Finland. Oh.
Finland. Yeah.
The strange thing is I'm normally in Denmark, but I'm actually in New York State right now.
Yeah, it was a bit confusing with the time, I guess, to to get it set up.
I don't know where I am or what time it is really.
But yeah, yeah, original from Austria, was for like 8 months in Portugal, but now I live back in Austria, and yeah, I think I guess in Austria, music still has like it's kind of deep rooted, and a lot of people like learn instruments as a kid, but
Mm.
I failed at that terribly. Like I got guitar and drum lessons, and I like did both for like 1 year, and I'm like, I'm not immediately good at this. Like, fuck this shit. I don't want anything to do with that. But then in like my I think at like 20, I picked up the guitar again, and I just taught myself how to play like rhythm guitar. And I guess that was always my approach to music, like do it yourself. I don't want anyone else to teach me because I don't really work well with teachers.
Mm.
I was like experimenting and trying to teach myself.
Mm.
Yeah, from guitar I moved on to like electronic music and music production, and I was for like a while in an a cappella group, and they taught me to like kind of sing because before that I couldn't even hit the notes. I was just way off and I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, if you hit the wrong
Was,
notes in an a cappella group, you're in trouble. That's
we were
you
kind
really
of
have to.
amateurish, so yes, it was just years of like experimenting and like sometimes trying to jam with other people until yeah, and also like trying to compose and produce until I like finally reached a level where I was okay, like this isn't complete garbage. I think I can actually like publish this.
And how did you work? How did you end up hooking up with? Because it was Pilatus that told me about you putting this single out. How did you guys hook up?
Yeah, I think when I first put something on Bandcamp and on Spotify, he like texted me on Instagram and he told me like, oh, I should link my Instagram and the Spotify profile. And basically he slid into my Insta DMs. And I'm like, okay, thanks for the advice. And then I guess we didn't talk for like a year. And
Mm,
I just kept making music, and at some point I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I should like try to actually promote this and not just like make music in my room all alone.
hmm
Actually like should reach out. And I just asked him because I think he sent me a video as well that he did, which I really liked. And
mm,
I like asked him since I had seen he had his own label, like if he's still looking for new artists. And we got into talking, and we were like vibing, and that's how I joined Polypeel Records.
Oh, nice. Um, and how where does the name Violence Against Man? I mean, I can guess what it's about. I mean, it seems obvious, but where? How did you decide on that name? What's the what was? Is there a concept that follows that name, like with all the music, or?
Mm. I mean, first of all, I took it because I thought it sounded cool.
Number one.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
cool.
like the main reason you want like an artist name to like stick in people's minds and be like
Yeah.
recognizable. But I think it has like it can have a bunch of meanings, but there's
Mm,
like two kind of different ones. The first one is like a bit misanthropic almost, like man in singular can stand for mankind as a whole.
mm,
So in that sense, it's kind of like a yeah misanthropic and like from like you're looking at humanity from the outside and don't really like what you see.
mm,
But also like it's kind of I guess it has like the how would you say it's like alluding to a BDSM dark context.
okay, yeah.
I guess those are it's like a mix of those, but
Yeah,
I
that's
also
true.
wanted a
Yeah.
name where like everyone can like interpret their own like meaning
Mm.
into it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it does have a lot of resonance, and you can think about it in different ways. Yeah. Um, and then what about Drown in the Night? How did this song, um, like the creative process behind it? Did it follow the way that do you have a process that you kind of approach all songs with, or was this one um different in some way, or how did it come about?
Mm. I mean, I have like different processes,
Hmm.
but generally I aim to be as intuitive as possible. Like you want to be in the flow where you're not really thinking about what you're writing and what you're doing. Where
Mm,
it's almost like a like you're in trance and the inspiration is flowing out of you. That
mm,
usually tend to be the greatest songs, especially with like lyrics writing. I I don't like when I set out to write about a like lyrics about a particular subject. It usually doesn't
mm,
work out. So when I'm feeling the music and the words just come to mind, and usually it has some kind of meaning, but sometimes multiple meanings are like mixed in one song.
mm.
I guess with yeah, with this one it's like a bit of an amalgam of all the various nights out I've had in my life. But it's
Yeah.
I guess it's specifically about you know the point when you're like getting well when you're getting fucked up and you decide yeah I don't care about what happens tomorrow, like the
Mm.
consequences be damned, I'm gonna just go as
Hold
far
on,
as I
let me
can
think.
tonight. Yeah.
Let me think if I can. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the it's almost a bit of joy in like self-destruction, like trying to get
Mm,
as fucked
yeah,
up as
yeah,
possible and like losing control and letting yourselves go with the flow, and
yeah.
like you regret it the next day, but like in after a week or so usually you're like fond of the memories.
Um, yeah, I was thinking of that thing, tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah, that rings very true. Yeah.
But when do you first sit down at like the keyboard and are trying out some different sequences or something, or how do you how does it go when you were just getting the structure of the song or the riff ideas and things?
I mean, sometimes I just play around on guitar, just playing some chords.
Mm,
If I find a chord progression that I like, and then I usually start like building a bass line that fits these chords.
mm,
But sometimes I just have a melody in my head. Like I for one song I just dreamt the melody, and then I like woke up and immediately went to the keyboard and tried to find a melody and wrote it down and then built the song on that. But yeah, sometimes if I don't really have any inspiration, I just like start like trying to find a good bass line that works, that like makes me want to dance. And I
yeah.
think that's like the most important part of a song, having a good bass line. If you got that down, you can write a good melody and you can find a singing melody that fits. But that's
Mm,
usually my approach, to start with the drums and the bass line, and everything else just builds on top of that. Yeah.
yeah. But did you write this one on the guitar then? Drown in the Night?
I think partially.
Because there's no guitar in the song, right?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think it would fit because I play usually just
Yeah.
like an acoustic Western guitar,
Okay, so
which
it's just to
I
get
think
a melodic idea kind of thing, and
mm,
then you transferred it to a bass, the synth bass.
I had the bass line for the song,
Mm,
and then I played on the guitar chords that fit the bass, and then I found like a good singing melody, and I think that was the process for this song. It's always like a bit of a mix, but I mean, generally I try to like not use the guitar that much because I think chords are not a very good way to think about electronic music.
mm,
Like sometimes too much harmony makes it like too complicated, and especially if you
mm,
want to go for like a minimalist,
yeah,
dark approach, it's just not good if there's like too much harmony. It like sounds too happy and too upbeat, and I don't want that.
Yeah, it's that actually was my next question is how do you like stop yourself, you know, when you're you got layered this, and then maybe this, and do you catch yourself going too far and be like, no, I got to strip that back down again? Because yeah, I always find that difficult when I'm like sitting down working on a songs is like not to put too many things in there, you know?
Yeah, I think I had it like at the beginning, but now it's like mm, when I have the drums, the bass line, and like one synth, and
Mm,
if it's not already like a banger and I don't feel it, then I must have gone wrong from the start. Like if it's not working, you can't fix it by adding more stuff. So
yeah, that's a good
usually
method. Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
I probably abandon like at least half of the songs I try to make
Mm,
because I just don't feel they're turning out right. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
And
think
is it,
it's a method. Yeah.
I noticed that there's not, I mean, unless I missed it, but it doesn't seem like there's any like backing vocals or anything. Was it like a deliberate to have this kind of lonely vocal there? Because that kind of adds a mood too when there's only the one vocal line going, you know?
Yeah, usually I try to have like only one vocal track. Sometimes I like have three tracks for like the chorus if I want
Mm,
to emphasize that. But I don't know. I feel like backing vocals, I don't think it would fit so much with the minimalist approach. It would almost be like a bit too poppy.
yeah.
Right? It's like again with like if you add too much and too much harmony, it's it doesn't sound like cold anymore. You
Mm,
know?
mm, mm. Yeah, but it's strange because I just find it I really find it challenging to keep things simple. You know, it sounds like that would be easy. Oh yeah, just less things, you know. But like you're saying, if you're going to keep things really minimalistic, then each part has got to be really juicy, you know, so that it, you know, so that there's enough there that it's, you know, interesting and it sets off, you know, things in your into to the listener. But it can be challenging to keep things minimalistic, don't you think?
Yeah, that's again the like erasing parts and doing it over again. That's kind of my go-to method.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a temptation to just add more stuff and hoping it gets better. But also, since I try to keep it very intuitive, usually like if I'm actually like struck by inspiration, then I like finish the basic structure of the song often in like 1 hour, and after that I just do like minor adjustments, like re-record the vocals to like make them sound perfect if I don't know, breathed into the mic wrong or something,
Mm.
or just like didn't pronounce something the correct way. But generally, like if I'm feeling inspiration, the basic structure of the strong song can stand in like 1 hour, and then I just like need to need like another 10 hours to like fine tune it, mix it. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what about, are you going to do videos to accompany the songs? Do you have a plan to do videos?
yeah, we have one video. It's basically yeah, it's finished and it's gonna be uh, released on Pilatus YouTube channel,
Okay.
and there's gonna be more videos for like upcoming songs. Yeah.
Because I can't help but notice that you look like a movie star. Are you gonna feature this face in the videos, or is that not cool? It's got to
it's
be World War II footage or something. I don't know.
it's
Or horror
featured in
movie.
the video for drowning that. But thanks for the compliment, by the way.
You remind me a bit of the U.S. actor James Marsden that was Cyclops in X-Men. You know,
Ah,
I don't know if you saw it. I
I
don't know if
didn't
you
know
saw
the
that.
actor,
Yeah,
but yeah, X-Men. I saw it like years ago
yeah,
with the one with the glasses who like
yeah.
yeah. Thanks so
Okay, so
much. Yeah.
you're featuring your face in the videos.
it's in that one video for Drowned in Night, it's shortly featured, but I did like a video for an older song with a friend of mine,
Mhm.
where I'm like for the Beautiful Death. The song's called where I'm like the only actor. Basically, like I'm walking around acting crazy, so not really acting. I'm just being myself. And yeah, my good friend Lorenzo did the video, and I think it turned out great. We like applied to some movie competitions with it, so I definitely look forward to making new music videos. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And what about are you thinking about doing live gigs at all with Violence Against Man? Or
Yeah, I'm working on a live setup right now. Mm, I guess it's a bit challenging because it's like just me and the vocals, and
mm,
since I'm gonna be singing, I won't really be playing anything. But I'm like planning to just like keep a simple setup, like maybe some simple effects, but don't really change the songs too much, and just like me singing and like maybe accosting the audience a little bit. Just give me some booze beforehand, and it's gonna be a show, all right.
yeah, I guess it's a challenge. I've been thinking about doing some live shows again too, but it would also be me to just me to backing tracks or something. It's always like how do you keep that interesting, you know?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think probably it helps to look like a movie star like yourself. So that's you got that going for you.
stop it. No, I think it's like you just gotta like play to people's emotions. Like most people who go to shows don't really know much about music. Like if I go to a show, I probably won't hear it if like the guitarist plays the wrong note.
Mm,
So it's not so much about how you play. It's like what you do on stage and how you can like yeah feel the crowd and hype them up. And yeah, if nothing works, you can like try to freak them out by doing some crazy stuff. Like any strong emotion is good. Like people are gonna talk about it.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. And is Drown in the Night, is that the first single off an EP, or is there a whole album coming? Or
Drown in the Night is just a single.
yeah,
Then after that, we're yeah, that's a sneak peek, I guess. We're releasing an EP called The Emptiness,
okay.
which is gonna be 4 songs, and again with a video for the title track. And yeah, I'm like I compulsively produce, so that probably gonna be like a lot more after that.
Okay, you got a lot of you got a lot of stuff waiting.
Yeah, I can't stop myself. It's like
Yeah,
every day I gotta do something, otherwise I go insane.
yeah. Um, and is and Pilatus is doing the music videos, you said?
Yeah, the cutting and
Yeah.
some of the footage, but for this one, I I did a little bit of filming myself, obviously like my face because I'm
Okay,
in
yeah, yeah,
Austria
yeah.
and he's in Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
was wondering
the
how you do that because I think he does a great job. Yeah. He does a
yeah,
beautiful
he's
job of the videos. So you're just sending
the
him like raw
mastermind of the
footage
videos.
and
Yeah,
he edits it up and like you go back and forth if you like it and things like that. Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Are
send
you
him raw footage. He makes it look presentable.
are you guys planning to meet face to face eventually, or have you met face to face?
uh, Not yet, but
Not yet.
I mean, I'm like traveling around Europe from time to time, so I guess it's bound to happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I have you talked to or met Dunkelwald? Dunkelwald?
Dunkelwald.
Dunkelwald? Yeah, Dunkelwald, yeah.
Uh, well,
He's a
he's in
real nice
Madrid,
guy
so
too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't met him in real life, but yeah, but I should probably book a flight soon.
Yeah.
Once
I
I'm
had
back
him
from
on the
Finland.
show. He's a super nice guy. I really
Yeah, I
like
saw that one like to prepare, like to get a feel what it's
him.
gonna be like.
Okay. Yeah. Um, and what about like When did you first start writing songs?
It's probably like, I mean, I even as a like as a kid when I had my guitar training, I like tried to write some simple melodies,
Yeah.
but it didn't really go anywhere. And then, and probably like in my early 20s, once I could like play free chords, I basically started writing the classic free chord songs.
Yeah. And what
Then, yeah,
what were like your influences then? Like what kind of music were you listening to in your early 20s? I
well,
mean,
I've always
you're not that much past your early 20s now, are you?
I'm in my late 20s
Oh,
actually.
late 20s.
So
Okay.
yeah, I've always been like big into metal.
Okay,
So
interesting.
they're also, I mean, yeah, it's also kind of like adjacent to like goth and like electronic body music and that. Or
Mm,
maybe that's just like the town where I lived for a couple of years in Graz. It's not that big, so like the only place where you could get like goth and dark electronic music was a metal club, and they had like the electronic nights sometimes.
okay.
But yeah, I was always big into metal and mm, but like from songwriting, since I play like the Western guitar, I played some like folky stuff,
Mm.
like a bit of like Johnny Cash and some people are gonna know it like Neutral Milk Hotel. They're kind of a meme, but I love them. So it's just like like when I just had the guitar, I was like usually playing like singer songwriter stuff, just playing a couple of chords and singing over it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that stuff's great. I mean, it gives you 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 don't realize it, but you're like soaking up, you know, how song structures and things like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it helped me. I feel like I had to unlearn some stuff,
Mm,
especially for like electronic music. You don't want to keep the like traditional like rock song structure with like verse, chorus, verse. You want to like maybe not even use chords, just like or like split. Don't use like traditional triad chords, like maybe not even power chords, like just notes. Like keep
mm.
it very simple harmonically, and then play with like the sound design and with the frequencies. I guess it's like a very different approach to music. It's more
So,
like
sorry
focused on
about this.
rhythm.
There's a train going outside. I don't know if that's is that coming across? The train honking?
Oh, no, I don't think I can hear it
Oh,
now.
okay, good. All right. I'm at my sister's place in upstate New York, and they're like, the train is like honking the whole time it's going through. I'm like, why does it lay on the horn so much? I mean, we know you can hear the train coming, you know, the gates come down. They said, oh, someone was killed, you know, on the tracks. And so now they just hold the horn down the entire time they're coming through the town, which is I don't know.
Bit, bit annoying.
That would make my PTSD worse if one of my relatives was run over by a train. Oh shit. Oh man, I don't know what I just did. I hit the wrong button. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, but I don't know where. Oh, back to meeting. There I go. Huh? What's going on here? Oh, there. I'm just going to do a cut. I'll have to do a cut there. Um, it gives me a little message when the meeting is going to run out because
Mhm.
I used to have the pro Zoom thing, but then I would talk to people for like an hour and a half. So this keeps me to a half hour, so I don't like overdo it. But well, and tell me when this single is coming out exactly because it's not out yet, right? I got a special advanced copy, which I'm totally psyched about. That's one reason I love doing this show. It's like, oh, I'm advanced. I got the advance.
Yeah, you're making the connections. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out on the 2nd of May, if I'm not totally mistaken.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay.
So soon,
So
soon.
yeah. So we'll have the show come out like the day that it comes out. That'll be cool.
Oh, Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
smart thinking.
um, well, congrats on this single, and I really enjoy it. If anybody hasn't heard it, go check out Violence Against Man, Drowning the Night. It's yeah, and I look forward to hearing your other material because I like the whole your whole approach here, the minimalist approach, and what you're doing. So I'm really excited to hear more from you. Do you know when the EP is coming out yet?
Yeah, I think like about a month after the single.
Month after single. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
have all the dates in my head, to be honest.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
but
like
it's going to be like summerish
disorganized.
EP. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know, you're the talent. You just need to focus on the songs, you know. And this is why you have, you know, Pilatus and your people, you know, to do things like that. That's how it should be. Perfect.
Ideally, yeah, the perfect world.
Well, it's great to meet you, Victor. And yeah, I hope you'll come back again when the EP comes out and talk about another song on there. And yeah, best of luck to you, man. Great to
Yeah, it
meet
was
you.
nice meeting you. Thanks for having me on, and I hope I can keep you listening with future music.
Yeah, sure, man. See you.
Bye.